Hey everyone, what's up and welcome. Today is a pretty special day. Spectre Divide 2.0, aka Spectre Divide Season 1 is finally here. If you guys have been watching the channel, maybe this is your first time watching the channel, I'm going to put it out there that I am a super fan of this game. Spectre is incredibly fun. It is my first real tac shooter. And out of all the tac shooters that are out there, I've played probably, an hour of CSGO and maybe a couple hours of Valorant. This is the most at-home feeling tac shooter in my heart. I think a lot of you guys will resonate and like it because there's aim down sights gunplay and sprinting now here in season 1, which will be very familiar to, let's just say, a lot of Apex, Finals, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever shooter you came from that's not a traditional tac shooter basically. And on top of that, you don't have to stand still while shooting, which is just a big bonus. But a lot of people have said that this game was just a clone of Valorant or CSGO, and I can very confidently say that it couldn't be further from the truth here in Season 1. Fragpunk comes out later this year, and I'm pretty sure that's the only other tac shooter I know of that has sprinting in it. So I mean, Spectre Divide or Fragpunk, in my opinion, this is a much more competitive experience. I think Fragpunk's still fun, but this is what you're going to want to play if you're trying to sweat it out, get serious, and grind some rank sessions for hours on end. But yeah, this game really differs from traditional tac shooters because, like I said, there's sprinting now. There's ADS gunplay. You don't have to stand still while shooting. There are 2 bodies that you control, and it's 3v3, but it plays like 6v6. It's my cup of tea, if we shall say. Now, since the launch of Spectre Divide, it's had a pretty small but very dedicated core group of players. And seeing the improvements that the developers have made towards this game and how they've kind of, reinvented it, it's very true to the vision that I believe Spectre had when it first launched, but it really helped try to deliver on some of the pain points that us as players felt, expressed as feedback, and wanted to see in this game. I think the thing I'm most excited about for this first season of Spectre Divide is the fact that it is on console. As you guys are watching this video here today, it's now out on PlayStation and Xbox, and it's still out in PC, but the PC launch was pretty much just a long-term beta. So yeah, here we are for what I'm going to call the official launch of Spectre Divide. The last thing I want to mention for people who have no idea what this game is that this game revolves around a plant and defuse game mode. Basically, there's 2 sites. You got a bomb or you don't have a bomb. You got a plant bomb, make it explode to win, or you have to defend bomb and make sure it doesn't explode to win. Basically search and destroy from Call of Duty. But now that everybody who is interested in this game has a good idea of what it is, or maybe you're a returning Spectre player who hasn't played in a while and wants to know what is truly new about this game now, we're going to go over everything today. Mountaintop Studios gave me some early access. We got to try out the new season first, and yay, it was a lot of fun, man. So we're going to go over all the new changes today, break them down in detail, and show off some cool gameplay. They came out with a new map as well this season. It's called Canal. It looks incredible. I'm not going to lie. It's very beautiful. And the sights are cool. It plays very differently from all the other maps. For you guys who are just jumping in, that probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but just know the map plays good, feels good, and looks great. Next up, we're going to be talking about the new sponsor. This is the first sponsor that has ever been added to the game. It reminds me of Apex days, man, when Octane got added to the game. He was the first new legend. But yeah, it's called Monarch Tactical. This class is very interesting. It's described as a fraggy type of class. It has a shield, a cocoon, if you want to call it that. Kind of makes me think of a cocoon because of Monarch butterfly. But yeah, you can basically activate a shield that'll protect you, and you do slow down very quickly. You can't shoot in this shield. It has 300 HP, and from the moment you pop it, your movement speed slowly decreases exponentially to the point where you cannot move. So it's a great tool to bait people to peek you and then allow your teammates to shoot them, or even bait yourself and switch to your other body to allow yourself to kill the person who's going to shoot your cocoon. Regardless, it's a really strategic ability, provides some great protection, and can save you in some pretty key moments if you're pinned and maybe getting spammed with util. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how players start to use this creatively. Next up, we have the T-wall. It kind of operates like the Ghostlink sponsor has. It's just a wall, but this one has a little T at the end of it. So wherever you're looking, it'll create a wall in front of you and it'll create a wall straight down. This is also interesting because if you set the ability up on your other character, your Spectre, you can actually pop it from your other body and allow it to readily cut off a line of sight while you take a different angle. So it's got some interesting Spectre usage along with the shield ability, a very Spectre heavy class. And lastly, we have the Siphon. I honestly don't know the exact names of all these abilities off the top of my head, but this is what we're calling them. The Siphon allows you to hit somebody with it. This thing goes through walls, and if you hit someone, you siphon 20 of their HP. They'll lose 20 HP and you'll gain 20 HP. For as many targets as this hits, you'll steal 20 HP from them, but it doesn't matter how many you hit, you only gain 20 HP. So it's a great tool to give yourself the advantage going into a gunfight, and I think it's overall a pretty strong tool. Now that we're through majority of the playable content, we're gonna get into some of the cosmetic content. But before we get into any of the cosmetic content, is coming from the heart here because I'm passionate about stepping on the hate that this game gets because they've done a lot to counteract it. The prices of shop items, they've already lowered them once since the launch of the game because people complained prices were too high, and they've lowered them again here in season 1. In addition to that, if you ever bought anything in Spectre Divide prior to season 1, you're getting $50, 50 USD dollars worth of free currency on the launch of season 1. That means you could have spent $5 and now you got $50. That's pretty sweet. I've never heard of a game doing that before. In addition to that, there's a bunch of cosmetic items that were premium. I'm talking shop items that they're giving away for free in season 1 as default outfits. So if you go into your locker, you'll just have these and you can choose them. Any players who did buy these skins gets their currency back. And so I hope that nips it in the bud. I don't want to hear shit about cosmetic prices being too expensive. Okay, I'm shilling hard here. Okay, it's fair. They're doing a lot. And in addition to that, they're giving away some sick outfits with Twitch drops. I'm pretty sure there's a cool outfit that players have been looking forward to since the launch of the game's trailer, being like, that's one of the coolest outfits we've seen yet. And they're giving it away for free now. And you also get a knife if you play the game in the first 2 days. Knives on average are like, what? I think like $40 in Valorant minimum. So you're getting a free knife, and it's a Mastercraft knife. It looks pretty cool. So that's it for shop items, but they also got a battle pass. This is the first time we're seeing a battle pass in Spectre Divide. This is something me and the homies have been looking forward to for quite a while, and we hope that they'd cook for the season 1 battle pass. I feel like with the amount of, hate that the game has been getting, they really got to deliver here. And they had to load it with stuff that you can actually use. We don't want to see filler, titles, banner cards, sprays. Like, nobody cares about that stuff. There are still some of it in there, but it is like a 1-to-5 ratio. Like, for every 4 pieces of wearable cosmetic items you get like 1 spray. So it's a very fair battle pass. Screw fair. It's a very giving battle pass. There are so many cosmetics. Like, you buy this 1 pass, you honestly probably have enough stuff to wear for the and the customization in this game. Like, you can mix and match. Like, if you got a hat, you could pair with the outfit, you could pair with the hair, change the face, change the tattoos, you can change everything. It's kind of like the finals when it comes to cosmetics. So yeah, this battle pass is giving a lot, man. It's looking pretty good. And I think the last thing off the top of my head that I'm probably going to mention here, because I'm just kind of ripping this on the spot here, and when I think of what comes to my attention first, that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about, because if I can't remember, then you guys who probably have never tried the game definitely won't notice. The last thing that I notice major improvements on is the buy menu. The buy menu, they've reconfigured it. Before, there was a menu that you had to buy in pairs because you have you and your Spectre. There's 2 characters you got to account for. Everything you purchased was in bundles, but now there are 2 separate tabs, one for your Spectre, one for you, and you can mix and match however you please. So if you want to get a really expensive gun, but it's at the cost of buying a really cheap gun for your other character, you can do that. Or you can buy 2 moderately expensive guns, like 2 kind of in the middle tier, for both characters. You can mix and match how you please, depending on the situation, depending on your positioning, wherever you think you're going to be, and what weapon would be most suitable for that. I think the weapon loadouts variety is going to be really interesting this season. There's so much customization to be done. I think I said the buy menu was the last thing, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned it or had a segment where I talked about it yet. So I'm gonna make sure that I double down on the sprinting. The sprinting has been added to this game, and it has really picked up the pacing of the game. The speed at which everything happens is much quicker now. Rotates are quicker, pushing sites is quicker, everything's quicker, and it feels very natural. It almost felt like it's belonged in Spectre Divide and should have been in Spectre since the launch of the game. It's very smooth. Overall, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I think a lot of players from a lot of different genres of FPS will feel very at home. This is, in my opinion, going to be probably the best tac shooter available on console. And I really hope that positivity and healthy engagement on the game really inspires a lot more PC players to try the game out. I think console players, for you guys watching this, you're in a special position because you are going into this as a new tac shooter player, someone who probably hasn't played a lot because console doesn't offer a lot when it comes to the tac shooter genre. And so if you're having fun, let the PC players know. The PC players are a little stuck in their ways. They like what they like, CSGO, Valorant. If it's different, they're probably gonna hate it at first just because it's different. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, let them know you're enjoying it, because then maybe they'll be open to giving it a shot. If not, then let them know. Maybe they were right to stay away. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys, man. I'm having fun. That's all I can say. My perspective is true to me. But yeah, that's my video for Spectre Divide Season 1. I think you guys could tell I'm a little on the side of I like this game, and I'm optimistic for it. I want to see it win. I want to see it succeed. This game is averaged probably, a couple hundred, like 200 to 100 players a day concurrent on PC, because it's only on Steam and it, once again, didn't get received well. But I've been playing this game since launch with this small of a player base. So you guys know it's from passion. If I didn't care about the game, I wouldn't still be playing it. And yeah, I hope that this game does well, man. I want to say this as a final note on this video too. For anybody at Mountaintop Studios who watches this, I just want you to know that it is inspiring and cool to see a team of people who put their best foot forward, and despite negativity and hate, will stay true to their vision and push forward for what they believe is a great FPS and shooter experience. I think it's all too often we see studios nowadays drop and quit on something that isn't initially received well immediately because of business decisions and what's going to min-max the amount of dollars they can make. But you guys, although money, there's no denying, is clearly important, have stayed true to what you believe will be a fun experience and will be something that the masses can enjoy. I think that's what the shooter scene needs. I think that's the only way to truly break ground and create something great. Nobody ever achieved greatness walking in the path of another. And that's because greatness is not found, it's created. So thank you guys. I'll be looking forward to Season 1. I'll be playing it lots too. Shout out to all the homies who've been looking forward to this season. Gonna be fun, man. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, a like is always appreciated. Subscribe if you guys want to see more of the content, because we'll be posting some Spectre content for sure. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. Keep up, stay up. Peace.